Banjo boy. Hello, friends. So, as you can see, there's many bottles. Unfortunately, it's not my house. I'm not the alcoholic here. It's my friends. But I guess if they were alcoholics, there wouldn't be any wines. But you know what? Secretly, sometimes when I come here, I look at the bottles and I guess which one is the least expensive one, and then I drink one. Then I drink one, and nobody even knows because they have so many. Banjo, what's up, dude? Oh, I know, he's so cute. He's such a good boy. But anyways, today I'm sure you guys all seen this video that I've posted recently. Oh, maybe like a month ago. It was a video of me bailing on this jump in Switzerland. It was a scaffolding jump, and then I want to explain what happened in that video and explain like why that happened and what basically how did I mess up and what happened there and what was the reason for all these things happening. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get to this video. Let's check it out. Let's see what happened there. Okay. So first things first, we went to Switzerland. It was the first World Cup of the season. It was in Chur. And the weather has been really bad. It was 24 degrees and it was also raining. So it was very challenging conditions for the previous day of practice. But the jump wasn't too big. It wasn't super scary. So, kind of just was pretty mellow about it. So the first 2 days of practice were challenging, which I was basically just trying to get through it and hit it only a couple times. Didn't really do that much because the conditions were just super rough. It was a crust of ice and there was a super soft snow under it. So it was like being on an ice skate rink. But then as soon as you put your edge in, they would dig in. You would dig in and lose all your speed. So it was quite challenging and just, yeah, not the most ideal scenario. I'm going to tell you that. And so the contest day comes around and it's same thing. It rains through the whole night and the boys are going first. It's bulletproof for them because they spray this salt and some chemical mixture into the snow, and it's just like the weirdest conditions of all times. Like I've never really, it's not really a snow, it's just this ice that they put some chemicals in it to keep it consistent, basically. So the boys were riding, they had a rough time, and then we were in the afternoon where it softened up pretty good because the sun was from the behind. And yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just like one of those things where, like you're comfortable with the jump and you're paying attention, but you're not scared. So you're like kind of cruising. So that's what I was kind of doing. I was basically just like, didn't pay any attention, hit the jump a few times before this. And then I was about to do a little spin. So I was like trying to do a setup turn. So as soon as I was going down this ramp, I set up onto my heels and the in-run was really bumpy. There was bumps everywhere. So it was like really hard to control the board. And there was this one bump. Benjo, stop it. When I was all the way on my heels trying to do a setup turn, this one bump basically just threw me off, and then I set up for the backside spin, but at that moment that I didn't have enough speed and I really didn't want it to land on the deck of the jump. So I decided the last second that I'm gonna Euro carve out of this and stop on the takeoff. That's why it looks like I'm just laying down and like not, so that was actually intentional. So I tried to do this big Euro carve but I had way too much speed, so it flung me out of the jump. I did the first flip where I was completely lost in the air, but as soon as I opened up for the second flip, I saw where I was landing, so I tucked and landed on my back or on my butt, which was great because, you know, to be honest, I wasn't the only person that actually had a fail like that at that contest, and a lot of these people actually landed on the deck of the jump. You know, where I landed, there was mattresses, so I actually landed in kind of a soft spot. I had a little pulled muscle in my hip flexor, but it wasn't anything crazy. And the other people actually landed on the deck of the jump, and I got quite hurt. So not the most ideal scenario. Neither one of those, not a good scenario. But I think, you know, I did save it as well as I could. Basically, got away with like a little bit of a, you know, hurt leg, but nothing super bad. But you know, sometimes these things happen, and definitely we fall in snowboarding a lot, and it's really good to be aware of where you're at in the air. And you know, like all of my time on the airbag or the trampolines is like, it really helps my awareness of being in the air and knowing what's happening, even for the bails. So for how bad it was, it actually ended up being pretty okay. I didn't end up riding the contest because I just was over it at that point. And yeah, and that was basically the whole story. So if you made it all the way through this, yeah, thanks for watching, and leave some comments, and maybe I can answer some questions if you guys have any questions about it.